You ever notice how some weeks feel like a mashup between Happy Gilmore and the pursuit of happiness? One minute you're out here swinging at everything that life throws at you. Confident, focused, yelling, let's go, like Happy Gilmore on the green. And next, the ball hits the tree, bounces back, and somehow you're the one that's getting hit. Then life flips the genre real quick and now you're Will Smith in the pursuit of happiness, trying to hold it all together with faith and fumes, smiling through tears in the subway bathroom scene. Do you guys remember that one? Well, basically saying, God, I'm really doing everything I can here. And then, just to make it a little bit more poetic, it's Columbus Day, a whole holiday for a man who literally got lost, still ended up celebrated. Tell me that's not grace. He wasn't even close to where he planned to go, but he discovered something better. Sometimes the detour is the destination. Maybe that's you. Maybe the place you landed isn't the one you planned, but it's still holy ground.
This is Mon, still showing up.
Hosted by T-Dennis.
Now, before we dive deep today, shout out to you. You still showed up this week, and I got two Mon stories. So, actually, I have three Mon stories because we got a last minute one, which I'm so excited to share. Where is it? Somebody said their Monday started off healthy. They woke up early, made a smoothie, feeling productive. Then, right before work, they forgot to put the lid on the blender. That thing exploded. Damn, straight fireworks. What was in the smoothie though? Can you imagine like spinach, strawberries? What else do you put in a smoothie? But anyway, this is why I don't try to change my life on a Monday because life will always take a turn. Someone said that they were walking into work all confident, coffee in one hand, phone in the other, and the automatic door didn't open. They just stood there and face planted into the glass, and his coworker had to wave the sensor for them. But I mean, honestly, that's Mon energy. You know, one moment you're thinking you're the main character, and then life gives you a reality check real quick. And then the next story is from our very own Rena, and she'll definitely be joining one of the Mon 2.0 episodes. So stay posted. But she said, I've been living at my very first apartment for 5 years. And due to some ongoing issues, one thing led to another. And in a matter of one call, I was told by management that I needed to move out my apartment by the end of the weekend. Sheesh. Bruh, do you know how long it takes for somebody to move out of an apartment for you abruptly just have to get up and move? So they called her on a Monday and they told her on a Thursday that she just had to get up and leave. And then she said, let's just say the Virgo in me spiraled. Honestly, I would have just hired a mover. A moving company last minute would have like, please do this and that. At least you showed up. So thank you for sharing your Mon stories. Now we're back to regular programming. And I know I mentioned earlier, we're going to talk about failure, which is the theme of today's Mon episode. And I was having a conversation with somebody, and I told someone recently, yeah, you were wrong, but you gave it your all, and that's what matters. You failed, but now you got the tools to avoid it next time. Because rock bottom is scary, but it's freeing. When you're there, the mask comes off. No pretending, no performing, just you and God. At the top, you fear falling. At the bottom, you fear nothing. And that's where your power comes back. The same ground that broke you is where God will grow you. And I'll be honest, I failed in May. Not a cute little fail. The kind that knocks the wind out of you. The kind where you're staring at the ceiling like, all right, God, was that necessary? But that's the thing about rock bottom. It looks like an ending, but it's really your beginning. Because when I had nothing left, I realized that I still had God. And when you still have God, you are enough to rebuild. So I told him, what do I have to lose? If this is your plan, I'm starting from zero. And that's when peace came in. Because once you're stripped to nothing, you finally stop living for everybody else and you start listening to him. So, yeah, May broke me, July rebuilt me, and now I'm thriving in October. I lost everything I wanted just to find what I needed. Most of the greatest people started from rock bottom. Albert Einstein didn't speak until he was 4. He did MC square, baby, no Eminem. His teacher said he'll never amount to anything, and look how that turned out. Rock bottom isn't a punishment, it's preparation. When I had nothing left, I realized I still had God, and that was everything. And now, see, even Albert Einstein had a this ain't working season. Okay? We all have those seasons, but it's what you do to get back up. And you know who else I think about? My great grandmother. She lived to 99, rest in peace, her beautiful soul. Even when her body slowed down, she never stopped doing what she loved. She'll still be in the kitchen, walker and all, seasoning food like she was feeding the whole neighborhood. That woman couldn't stay still. She said, as long as I can move, I can serve. And that always stuck with me because she showed me that purpose doesn't retire. It doesn't stop when you get tired. It doesn't stop when life knocks you down. Even when her hands were shaking, she was still showing up, still cooking, still giving. That success, not the kind of world posts about, but the kind heaven applauds for. Purpose doesn't expire, it just evolves. You're never too old, never too late, never too broken to keep doing what you love. Now, if she pushed at 99 with a walker and a heart full of love, then I can push through my bad days too. Because if she could outcook half of us at 99, I can at least answer my email on a 2% battery. And then that also makes me think about my other grandma, Mama. This summer, she was outside gardening like it was a full-time job. She loves it. You know, sun blazing, 90 degrees. She's out there with her veggies, watering plants like she's competing for HGTV. HGTV? Mm-hmm. And all her kids are always telling her, you should stay put. You should stop moving around. I think the one time she even told me a story where she was raking the grass, like after my uncle just finished cutting the grass for them. But she does not stay put. And one of the thing is that she's never afraid of falling because she says, if I fall, I'm with God. And if I do, I'll get back up. She keeps showing up. She keeps doing what fills her soul. And that's the kind of drive we need. When you truly love what you do, you don't care if you fail. You don't care if people doubt you because you're not doing it for them to clap at you. You're doing it from purpose. Somebody once asked me, aren't you afraid to fall again? And guess who asked me that? Myself. And I had to say to myself, no, because I know I will succeed. When you love what you do, you don't stop fearing the fall because you know you'll rise. And that's the energy I'm bringing into this season. And I want you to bring to this season as well. Not fear, not perfection, just purpose, because you can't fail at something you were called to do. And then I realized that same spirit runs through faith too. Do you guys remember Peter? Jesus told him, come. And he did. He walked on water. But when he saw the wave, he panicked and he sank. And Jesus didn't roll his eyes or walk away. You know what he did? He reached out and lifted him up. Peter didn't feel the miracle. He just got overwhelmed in the middle of it. And Jesus still showed up for him. Rock bottom doesn't destroy faith, it defines it. So even if you feel like you're drowning this week, you were walking a second ago and you can walk again. This is your self-love Monday reminder. Don't be so hard on yourself when things don't work out. You didn't fail, you learned from what didn't fit. And those are the best lessons. Sometimes self-love sounds like, I did my best, and that's enough for today. And tomorrow, I'll try again. Not from shame, but from strength. You can hold grace and growth at the same time. You're not behind, you're being redefined. Every setback still shapes the story. So take the pressure off. You're not starting over, you're starting wiser. Clack, 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 clack. I just had to throw that in there. Cha-ching, ching, ching, ching. Now, you can cut the tree, but if the roots are still there, it can grow again. That's how God works. He rebuilds from the root up. So maybe you're not stuck, you're being replanted. October is hibernation season. Quiet growth, silent healing, unseen progress. If it feels like you failed, remember, root first, fruits later. You can't fail when the plan was never yours to begin with. Score in every shot, even in the ones that miss, because showing up is still scoring. That's Mon energy, real life, big faith, and the strength to keep showing up, even when failure tried to take you out. I love y'all, man family. I love y'all, Mon family. Keep swinging, keep believing, keep showing up. Keep showing up by sending your Mon stories. I'll see you next Monday, same time, same place, still showing up. Bye now. Go downstairs and finish porque tú no me vas a dejar focus. Give me like 20 minutes. Because I know with you, I'm not going to focus with her. I'll be honest. I failed in May. Not a clue. I failed in May. Not a cute little fall. We'll just let it recalibrate. And I'll be honest. I failed in May. Not a cute little fail. The kind that knocks the wind out of you. Albert Einstein. He didn't speak until he was 4. His teacher said he never amounts to anything. And look, electricity. Right? He did electricity.
Did he?
He did the electricity. No?
No.
What Albert Einstein did.
Wasn't he a mathematician?
I'll redo that whole part.
Espera, let me Google it. Dude, you asking the wrong one, bitch. I barely paid attention to school. Albert Einstein.
That was Thomas Edison.
Albert Einstein did E equals MC squared.
Oh, I remember that bullshit.
Fix your hair.
Where?
This side. The other side. In the back. There.
I love y'all, man family. I love y'all, Mon family. Bye now.